Hello, today I'm doing a video on one of my favorite Into the Gungeon runs. Now don't let that deceive you, I didn't win. I did get farther than I've gotten a lot of times, but I didn't win by any means. What made this run special was a little something I picked up along the way. Before we get into that though, I started off my run with a little bit of reckless running and getting hurt like I normally do for no reason, absolutely zero reason. I don't play it safe, I don't know why, I just don't. But none of that matters because I found this. Super Space Turtle. Just look at him. Just look at him. Look how cute he is. This intergalactic turtle was wielded by a hero beyond the stars, and he was bestowed upon me. This run was going to be fantastic. Look how cute he is, okay? Just look how cute he is. Soon, however, my risky plays began to catch up to me, and it was getting quite close to ending my run completely. For obvious reasons, I couldn't let that happen. And so, me and Francis began our journey. I quickly became aware that Francis was a freaking legend. Look at this dude. Look at him. Look at him go. Look, he's doing phenomenal. I knew immediately that together me and Francis could make it to the top easily. With such low health, I was practically pissing myself at the notion of losing Francis so quickly, but I wasn't quite aware of just how far I was about to go. Completing this run without damage got me a chest, and in that chest was the shock rifle. Now, you're about to see just how good this is. I made it to the shopkeep, but he didn't really have anything good, like anything good, so I just decided to leave. Now you're about to see how good this weapon is. In one clip, I clapped that dude, okay? Those guys have a lot of health, okay? They're pretty hard to beat. But I just wrecked him with this gun, okay? And it's such a fast shooting gun, it all happens too quick for them to damage you. Now that is a little bit different with bosses considering they have more health, but you get the point. I then got the grenade launcher. It does a lot of damage, sure, but still not as high on my ranking as the shock rifle. I found the boss room and decided to go clear out the rest of the unexplored spaces before I fought the boss. Here, I'll let it play in its full glory. For this floor, we were up against the twins. And as you can see, having two different people shooting at you at the same time, I mean, just look at it. Should be pretty hard to dodge. With my boy Francis applying constant pressure, I stuck to dodging until I could get a clear shot in, for obvious reasons. Eventually, at times, dodging just quite simply would not be enough, and I'd end up using something called a blank, which basically just wipes all bullets off the screen. Look at all that satisfying damage, and just like that, one of the twins was down. As one would expect, the remaining twin goes sicko mode, and I kind of wasted a blank there because I panicked. Doesn't matter though, because the sheer amount of damage literally wiped out the remaining part of the boss fight, no problem. Meaning that I completed this boss fight without taking any damage, resulting in more loot, this gun which I had a love-hate relationship with, and something called the Master Round First Chamber, which basically just says that I beat the first boss without taking any damage, and it gives me an extra heart. And off me and Francis went to the next floor. Each floor gets progressively more difficult, as I'm sure you could have guessed, so I was a little bit worried as for, what was in store for me. Thankfully, this Eye of the Beholder gun really did quite a bit of damage, and I'm glad for that because that means I didn't have to use my shock rifle. You see that Iron Maiden right there that opens up? Those are probably the most difficult in this floor because they, as you can see, hone in on you after they shoot, and you can't shoot them once their doors are closed. And I'm sure you can imagine how that would make this difficult. I mean, just look at this. How did I even dodge that? I'm sure you see this little eye that has a heart next to it. Now, I didn't know what the hell was spawning those, and I didn't put it together that it would be the Eye of the Beholder gun, because I'm an idiot. Basically, shots have a chance of creating those, and they do 6 damage apiece. I actually didn't find that out until I looked it up just now. I bought a key from the shopkeep and dipped. Then I ran into a room full of enemies and pits, and since I beat all the enemies without taking a hit of damage, I got a little half heart. And then I found a chest, opened it, and I found this bullet, which fires guns. It's not that useful right now, but it becomes useful a little bit later. Found this vampire lady trapped in a little cellar, so I knew I had to be on the lookout for a little key. No matter how many times I say it, Francis is an absolute goat. He's always watching my 6, okay? No matter what it is. If you look here, he stops a grenade from hitting me. You saw that at the bottom? Okay, he's a legend, I'm telling you. And look at his little run. How could you not like Francis? This room's cramped interior made it nearly impossible to dodge all of these homing missiles. Only Ultra Instinct got me through this, okay? But there, in the smoke, was the golden key I was looking for. So me and Francis took out the trash, and I went to go get the key. Then I found this high-tier chest, and I knew I could use my lockpick on it, but I didn't want to risk messing up and not getting the loot, so I checked for a key at the shop, and there wasn't a key, so I held off on it and tried to see if I could clear a few rooms and get a key myself. Yet alas, at the end of the road, there was no key, so I went to go unlock this cage and let the vampire lady out. Yep. Now, I wasn't sure if getting hit with armor counted as losing the flawless streak, so I got the other 2 armors just in case, and I headed over to the chest to test my lockpick. The luck here is insane. Not only did I get another heart, it also releases ice on impact of getting hit, so it's defense and offense. The luck of landing a lockpick on such a high tier chest is already pretty rare. But anyways, it was time to go off to the boss fight. This fight was the gungeon. She likes to slither around underwater and poison it, so if you're not careful, she'll poison you. Thanks to some quick dodging, I managed not to get hit here, but I didn't realize she could do this. Send a little wave that makes you not able to shoot at all. But after some quick bobbing and weaving and making sure I don't get hit, I was able to shoot again, and this time I was using the shock rifle. For this attack, if you're not close enough, those little dots close in at the end, which ends up causing some issues later. But for now, I had to make sure I didn't get poisoned by her, and I backed away quite a bit to make sure that I wasn't too close to all these bullets. And me being an idiot, walked right into her no-shooty attack, so I was pretty useless there. I didn't even have to dodge here, and I ended up wasting a freaking blank. Did you see that? There was plenty of room to just walk. Why did I waste it? I don't know. The point is I was in trouble, but I used a blank and got out of that attack. I quickly rolled out of her poison yet again, and I got hit by that again, and this is where I got hit. Could have just rolled out of that, and she died right after, which is a real bummer, because apparently, no, armor does not help you get a flawless victory. And with that valuable information in my belt, I headed onward. Obviously on this floor, I started losing it, because A, immediately got hit. B, I walked right past this key. I had to have seen it, but I just walked past it and left it there. Me and Francis cleared a few rooms with the power of friendship. Shoot, I didn't talk about it, did I? In the last room, I got the shotgun shell, which shoots shotguns, and it combines with the bullet, and they shoot both. So I figured I'd use that in this room because look at all that. Look at all those bullets. There was an issue with that, though. The fact that it shoots so much made it pretty hard to see where stuff was coming from, and I got hit again. It wasn't going very well. But regardless, me and Francis trekked onwards through the dungeon. This room made me panic because of all the bullets and the turret that can ride around on a railroad track, apparently. But this is where the grenade launcher really shined through, because you can see how much damage it does, which makes my decision later feel kind of stupid looking back on it. This decision, to give the grenade launcher to my little buddy in the sewer grates so that he could give me some cash. It does feel kind of dumb looking back at it, but at least you smile. I used that cash to go get some keys, which I wouldn't have needed if I would have just picked up the ones on the floor. Man, if I could play this again, I would have made some different financial decisions. I found the boss room, but as per quota, my curiosity drove me to continue exploring. That decision came with some pros and some cons. A pro, for example, was I found this game where I could shoot the targets and get a prize. 3 out of 4 shots, winning me a decent prize. Something that came as a blessing and a curse, because while it is a very, very good weapon, I feel as though if I would have used the shock rifle on every boss, like I had intended to, I might have gone a little bit farther than I ended up going. But whatever, that's not what I did. Let's keep going. My curiosity led me to a room of absolute chaos where I got caught on fire, losing my shield and a complete heart before I started rolling and put out the fire. On the bright side, however, we did get to see all the frost particles go flying all over the place after I got hit and burned. This room, on the other hand, I absolutely loved. I loved how they were riding around on the little mine carts. I found a gun I didn't like in a chest, and I sold that to get a blank. And now it was time to fight boss number 3. A boss that scared me. His unpredictable moves led me to constantly use my blanks again and again. I don't even know, man. I guess the appearance of the boss just threw me off guard because, I was like, holy crap, this dude is totally gonna hit me. At this point, I had recognized that upon reloading, I fire a fist that explodes from this Gatling gun, and you have to guide that with your controller, which is a pretty difficult thing to do while dodging. Looking back though, this is such a cool boss fight. Like that when he hits the walls, he sends shockwaves. That's so cool. However, as you saw, he just hit me, like right off the bat. So the whole unscathed thing, that's pretty much out the window at this point. But I mean, all things considered, half a heart for the third boss fight, not bad. Not bad at all. I ran out of ammo about here and I panicked, so I just switched to the shotgun and started blasting. I think I might just rewatch this over and over again, watching Francis just go ham in the background, absolutely annihilating every boss with me, because damn, he did good. I then got this gauntlet, which gives you a shield for every single level that you go into. I got a half heart from this cute little heart dispenser, and then I was on my way. On to Chamber 4. If Chamber 3 was chaos, Chamber 4 was anarchy. And right about here, I got hit. I didn't know what the hell happened. Obviously, I've never made it this far because I don't know what was going on. Not long later, I lost another shield. I also wanted to take time to point out one of my favorite little enemies is this skeleton right here because he's got laser vision. And then after you kill him, as you can see right there, his skull drops, and if you don't kill the skull, he'll respawn, which sucks, but it's cool. One of my least favorite enemies is these stupid little books. You see them? Look at them. They surrounded me, or I lost my shield, okay? They're annoying. I looked back at the footage. I don't know where they come from, but they're annoying. Here, I lost another heart, and another, and another. Look, at this point, I was fuming. I was like, oh my god, where did that come from? Look, obviously, you can see the struggle of me not knowing what the hell's going on. But I did find the boss's chamber, and even though I didn't know what was going on, I decided it would be a better idea to just go run around and explore, which turned out to be quite a costly mistake. Here, to sum it up, I lost a heart, caught myself on fire again, and lost another heart. I did find something called the hot lead, which gives you fire damage to some bullets, which doesn't help much in the end. Found an ant gun, fed the ant gun and the Eye of the Beholder to this weird machine, and it gave me a rocket launcher. Okay, I'll give this machine the benefit of the doubt, okay? The rocket launcher does fire damage and it's remote controlled. But to be completely fair, the next boss doesn't give you much time to guide the missile. Like I said before, if Chamber 3 was chaos, Chamber 4 was anarchy, and this boss is anarchy incarnate. Okay, now before I get decimated, let's take a moment to appreciate how much Francis has grown. He's shooting fire bullets now. This is amazing. This is amazing, okay? He's come such a long way. Alright, let's continue. Immediately, one of his main easy attacks seems to have no correlation or pattern, so it's pretty hard to dodge. And in the moment, I thought that was bad, but this is where the real anarchy comes into play, because a bunch of shots from a bunch of random places that seem to have no correlation at all. I held my own pretty well during that attack, but it happens again and again, and it only gets worse from here. Memorize this attack right here. That's the one that took me out, so you'll be seeing it soon. As you can see, right here, even his more predictable attacks took me down a notch. And while I can admire the cool designs of attacks like this one where he shoots flaming skulls at me that explode when I shoot them, I kind of hate being hit by them. And just as quick as it left, this attack is back again. I don't understand it. I guess it's more of an instinctive based roll to dodge attack, but I still don't like it, so screw you. And just like that, Francis and I's race against the clock had officially run out. I might have been possibly actually screaming at that moment because I didn't know what hit me. It happened so fast that I just didn't know. Oh look, it's the guy that only streams games that have been released for 6 or plus years. Enjoy this cool outro I put together.
Dude! SpongeBob! Tickle him!
Hope you liked it. Okay, bye.